So episode 7. Oh, okay, this is really good. We get to see Jamie again. Yay! It was my favorite part. I missed him. It felt kind of like a mother's episode to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, a lot of mother things. Like, well, of course, Daenerys and her dragons, and but then Sansa flowers, and now she's able to have Joffrey's kids. That's scary. Um, and then there's that weird admission of Cersei's to Tyrion about Jaime. That was weird because that never happened in the books. Like, it was never. She never actually confessed to the incestuous relationship between her and Jaime. So that was kind of weird, but it was, it all kind of tied in with the whole mother thing because, she loved her children, and Tyrion kind of had to comfort her, which was kind of neat. I love that he comes so close to her, but he doesn't actually touch her. It's like the closest those two are ever going to get to any sort of sibling affection. It was sad and sweet. I really liked it. And what else? Oh, well, of course, Catelyn. How do you know how I've always talked about, like, how everybody plays this game, and the best players always play the opposing or the opponent, rather than just the game in front of them. And she's starting to make some emotional decisions, and we sort of see it at the end of this episode. And I think Catelyn is getting a bit desperate, and she's maybe not going to make the best choices here for the love of her children. I mean, I know what's going to be coming up next, so I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but this is the episode where she begins to make some questionable decisions, and you'll see next when I review 8. But anyway, yeah, so it was a lot of mother stuff. Beyond that, I love, it all begins, I believe the episode begins with Theon. Yes, it does. Of course it does, with that little screw up. And I love that he brings back the idea that it's just a game. He turns back and looks at the Maester and says, it's all just a game. Oh, he's such a moron. And he's taking all the wrong advice. But hey, it needs to happen. I'm still loving the Arya-Tywin relationship that's going on. Because it gives us more of an insight into Tywin and his personality, his motivations, and of course, the plans that are going on to how he's planning to win this war. So it's all kind of cool, but it's kind of neat to see the sort of mutual respect that the two of them have going. And it's not just in this episode, but in the previous 2, there have been instances where they both kind of like and respect each other to a degree. Arya has that moment in this one where she's staring at his neck and she's got the knife in her hand, and all that kept playing in my mind was that line that anybody can be killed, which she says to him in that very first meeting that he has with his henchman. So I still love that. I love the connection that they have between the two of them. It's nice that they condensed a lot of that story, and actually that didn't really happen, so it's kind of nice to see something new brought to the story, which was fun for me because it's been literally years since I read Clash of Kings. So I'm loving it. Okay, okay, so let me talk about my favorite part in this episode, which was Jamie, of course. Okay, what I I I love that in one episode you get to see how three-dimensional his character really is. I mean, he really is developed in this one so much, and it takes, and they do it so well and so succinctly, I thought, because you really get to see how smart and cunning and cruel he can be. I mean, just that one scene in his cell, I guess, cage they've built for him, where he's sitting there bonding basically with his cousin over things they both have in common, both getting sentimental, and then he tells him that the only thing he needs to do to help him escape is die, and then he kills him. And he just drew him in. Beautiful. Just beautifully done. I mean, he's got the right sigil. I mean, he was like a lion hunting. Just went for the weak link and pounced on it. And it just happened that the weak link was in his own damn family. Who does that? That takes balls, man. Anyway, yeah. Loved it. My favorite part of the whole episode was Jamie the entire time. He was so great. And he was so funny. And then when he gets caught and brought back, and Catelyn sort of, well, she initially saves him. And he's like, well, I would have defended you, but, hands were tied. Man, he was so great. Yeah, pretty much. He was basically the highlight for me for this episode. Otherwise, everything else was relationship focused and guided. Tyrion and Cersei, and speaking of that, Sansa and Shay. That was so great when Sansa, wakes up and finds the blood, and Shay tries to help her, and then she threatens that other one. Of course, that didn't really help, but it was kind of cool that she stood up for her. It was nice to see the bond between the two of them. It was really great. So yeah, the rest of it was pretty much relationships, and which it's okay for now, but really it's like a build up to what's coming up next. So I think I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna review 8 now, because it was a bit slow, and it was a setup episode. So I can see why a lot of people didn't really like it, because it's, in every series, I think, in any story, they always have some sort of setup episode whenever there's going to be like a big climax that's gonna kind of wow us, which I really am really looking forward to. But yeah, it was kind of a setup show, so there were only a few things that really stood out for me, and only because these are like my favorite characters. I mean, with Tyrion, it was Cersei threatening to hurt him by capturing his whore, and she actually gets the wrong one. We see how much he loves Shay, that he's crazy about her. So that's pretty important. Jon in the North, being captured, and of course Corin, Half-Hand, does the whole pretending thing as if they're battling each other, because he knows that if they get to, what's his name, the king in the North, what's his name again? Come to me. Mance. Huh? Hee. Mance Rayder, if we get to him, he knows that Jon will be the most important one, because he is the Stark bastard, of course, as Ygritte so poignantly tells, what's his name, Lord of Bones. Yeah, so again, more setup, because all the cool stuff's gonna happen in the last 2 episodes. So yeah, lots of setup. Favorite part. Oh, you know what? I really liked the conversation between Yara and Theon after he's, fucked up with the whole burning of the boys and, losing the real ones and stuff like that. I love the story that she tells him about him being in the crib and crying and wailing, and then when he saw her face, he stopped. It was, this is the closest that Theon is going to get to his sister. It kind of, mirrors Tyrion and Cersei a little bit, which I thought was kind of cool. 2 families, 2 very strong women, 2 very different brothers, both the youngest. One extremely clever but underestimated, and the other one not so clever and very underestimated. Yeah, so it's kind of nice to see the opposing sibling relationships that happen there. But yeah, that was, I think, the closest that they're ever going to be. And of course, Theon, in good form, doesn't listen to his sister when she actually gives him something that is useful to him. He's so stupid. Anyway, I really like that. Catelyn getting spanked by her son. That was awesome. She's so stupid letting Jaime go. But, yeah, it had to happen. And, that leads me to my 3rd favorite part in episode 8 was the journey. Yay! We get to see Jaime and Brienne off on their journey. And so much fun stuff's gonna happen there. So it was great to see in the insults that are thrown between the 2 of them. I always love that in the books. It was so much fun. He's such a little ass to her, and she's so stoic and to the letter. He's very loyal. Did I mention I love who they picked? I must have mentioned that at least a minute. I just loved her. I love her. Anyway. Yeah, so those were my highlights for episode 8. All set up, all leading up to the big battle at King's Landing. Cannot wait for that. I know that Martin was very involved with those episodes. If it's going to be the last 2, or if it's just going to be 1 at least, I know that he's quite involved with them. So, can't wait to see. And, you know what? I'm just going to leave it there, because I'm so totally late with these reviews, so I'm just gonna cut it off there, and I can't wait to see episode 9, which I have to wait until tomorrow to see, but oh well. So that's that. I'm going to say good night and happy watching. Anyway, okay, bye.